man in a bad situation and make him feel like Superman even though he lost his job. And that's why when a man marries a good woman, he forgets sometimes that she's his wife and calls her mama. Because a good woman makes you want to cuddle up under her arms, because a good woman is a shelter in your life. A good woman is like salt. A good woman is like salt because she seasons up the house. She makes it a better place. She turns a home, she turns a house into a home. She turns a crisis into an opportunity. She turns a calamity into a moment for us to believe God. A good woman is like salt. Sound like the good woman is a motherfucking leader and she needs to stop playing these dumbass ego boosting games with these niggas out here. If the man needs you to behave a certain way in order for him to feel like a man, then you sound like a maid, a mattress, and a mule, and he's not a man. He's not a man. And he shouldn't be called a leader. And if you're calling a man a leader just because he has a penis and you think that's his divine right over you, you're mistaken. You are mistaken. You have been led the wrong way. And that's the truth. Guess who posted this? Daddy's daughter. Monique. Sydney's daughter. Yeah. She says, hey, my beautiful babies. In a world where some women say I can do anything that a man can do, based upon what this man just said, how about why a man would call a good woman mama, then why would a woman not be able to call a good man daddy? Especially when, girl, are you really trying to justify calling the man that you let put his penis in you daddy? And do you find pride in letting these niggas refer to you as mama? They're not your mother. You're not his mother. When you son these niggas and start including them in the count of your children, you're on the wrong road, sweetie. That's nothing to be proud of. It's nothing to take honor in being a motherfucking grown-ass, nigga-ass man's mama. That's delusional and insane. He has a mother. Just like we said, a maid, a mule, a mattress, and a mother. All fucking signs of fucking labor. And then you want to turn around and tell your community he's the head of household and leading the family. Girl, fuck that. Fuck that. I said a good woman sounds like a maid, a mule, and a mattress. If a woman has to do all that, then she's the leader. Y'all stop playing these ego-boosting games with these men. Sounds like your cortisol levels are up and your hair is graying or falling out. Stop listening to these men and women who give sisterly advice that does not serve you. If a man needs a woman to behave a certain way in order for him to feel like a man, then he's not a goddamn man. It's disgusting. I find it utterly disgusting. And the only reason a woman should be calling a man daddy is because he's the father to children. And in the household, you refer to him as daddy because the children refer to him as daddy. My grandfather, in the egalitarian household that I lived in, my grandfather called my grandmother mama sometimes. You know why? Because we all call her some form of mom, mama, grandma. That's why. And then you're trying to justify it by saying, well, if men can call women mama, yeah, because they see you as a form of labor, you dumb fuck. You dummy. They see you as a form of labor. Why do you have to be a grown man's mom and then tell your community that the motherfucker is running the household? Girl. Why do y'all play these games with these niggas? Girl, I can't. I'm about to go. The beasts are here. The one has his little goose jacket on with the collar. Looks like a little ski vest. That's what it looks like. A little ski vest with a collar on it. Little damn dog. Little motherfucker. Yeah, that's TD Snakes. up there giving women advice that doesn't serve them. Classic. Especially in a church. Oh my God. Isn't it ironic that you pray to a male deity? They mostly only allow men to give the word of God to you. There's mostly women in the church, and all the men are some kind of predator of some sort, waiting till the girls that are in Sunday school turn 17 and 18 years old. Then they start grooming them to serve men. Y'all don't see the correlation in all this shit? Y'all don't? I do. I see the correlation. If you don't see the correlation, well, that's up to you. Maybe one day you will, before it's all over. Maybe you'll see that you were trained to think like men, to see their point of view, to give them the benefit of the doubt, to understand that they are your largest threat, but also your protector. What kind of dumbass shit is that? Are you a protector or are you a threat? Because what I heard over the weekend, I heard someone say, I think it was Priscilla, who said that that's your mom and daddy. That's your mama. That's your mama. Not these other niggas, that's not their mama. So while you're on the internet telling niggas that they can treat women any kind of way, you got to remember that whoever's talking out of his mouth, your mama is just another black bitch to the niggas who you telling don't respect women. So be mindful when you're down here telling men it's okay to disrespect women, because your mama, your daughter, your sister, your aunt, all of the women in your family are just a bunch of black bitches to the niggas who you talking to. So be very careful about the shit that comes out of your mouth. You forget you have a mama and daughters. That's how you know these niggas don't give a fuck about their daughters, their mothers, their aunts, because they wouldn't be on the internet telling you it's okay to be disrespectful to women. Because those women include your daughter. You're not exempt. I hope y'all know you're not exempt. That's the reason why some fathers tell their daughters, don't you ever depend on a man. Because the father is warning the daughter, don't you ever depend on a man. Because I know how they do. I know how they are. How many people father told them, don't depend on the man? Your mothers have, hopefully your mothers have taught you never to depend on a man, because they know. But for a father, they usually have fathers, sons, uncles, all the males have some code. They have a honor code, an honor system. When it's time to talk to women, you got to give them advice that doesn't serve them. That's one. And you got to figure out a way to get over on them. That's two. So for a father to put something in your head to tell you, do not depend on a man, you better listen to his ass. Because then you're going to have another group of people to tell you this man is your protector. No, he's not your protector while he's on the internet telling other men, G's up, hoes down. Because them hoes is your mom, your sister, your daughter. Don't forget that. And it'd be men on the internet talking shit about black women and have mothers, aunties, everything, and forgetting the fact that when these men come across your female family members, they're just another bitch to them. Because y'all know that bitches ain't shit to me. I gives a fuck. Yes. You'll never be my only one, trick ass bitch. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have none. Listen to the words. They tell you who they are. And TD Snakes out here with, and it's perfect. TD Snakes, and then Monique delivers the message on her platform. And then says, if it's okay for a man to call a woman a mom, do you understand what him calling you mama means? Let's analyze that before you try to make a justification for you talking about you're the daughter and he's daddy. Oh, girl. But that comes from the need for deep therapy and to heal her father wound. The only reason why a woman is calling a man daddy is she has a father wound. There's a wound there, and she needs to get therapy so that she can heal that part, because you don't need another man fathering you or parenting you. You don't. And for him, of course, in the church, he's saying, oh yeah, along with being a mule and a mattress and a maid, you might also be a mama. And there's women on the internet who take some type of joy or pride. I don't know why they get giddy. Maybe it's a nervous laughter when they count their husbands with their children, but he is the head of the household. How is that possible? Mathematically, how is that possible? Oh, I forgot the dick. Let's add a dick to it. That makes it possible for a man to be included in your count of children while he also is the head of the household in your community, girl. Who's the head of the household? Both of us. We co-head the household, goddammit. Ain't no head of household. Both of us. Girl, I don't know who this calling me from Miami, girl. You're gonna have to wait. I don't know who the F that is. Oh my God. You guys are doing the most. Anyways, so that's one of the things that I had saved. Somebody sent that to me. Y'all be sending me stuff. Of course it's Monique, girl. Of course it's Monique giving you that advice. You got to be mindful. Ask when somebody, anyone, male, woman, non-binary, it doesn't matter. Anytime somebody gives you advice, you of course listen, but then ask yourself, does this serve me, or who does this serve in this situation? How does this serve me? How does this bring me to my higher self? How does this help me evolve into a better person? Right? How does this help me see a different way that serves me? Remember, you do not prioritize another person's needs over your own. All that sacrifice shit, get that shit out. I'm not sacrificing. Do you know what sacrificing means? Girl, I'm not laying on the altar for no motherfucking man, girl. I'm gonna call my crew. We gonna call my crew. We can rendezvous at the bar around 2. Storytellers. You can picture the whole thing, and it makes such a perfect video. A T-bone steak, cheese A's, and Welch's great. We gonna do what we came to do. Ain't that right, boo? Yes. Smoke L's while you do me. Throw that hands in the air if you a true player. Just listen to the words. How can you play these women? I'm just saying, don't be no damn maid for nobody. No mattress or mule for nobody. Prioritize, put your oxygen mask on first. Period. Let's see, what else do I have saved? Smoking line, optimals. The ladies clapped back with a list of men who shouldn't date, period. This list is hilarious. It's 29 reasons why certain men shouldn't date. Girl, this is hilarious. I want to read it. Girl, I want to read it. Men with toddlers or younger, men that live with their mama, men that live with their baby mama, DL men, you ain't gonna know them, men that don't have a valid driver's license, men that bank with Cashapp, girl. Girl! I'm getting ready to get on the highway, so we can't read I'm gonna read the rest when we get to our destination. Girl's a mess. Please don't shoot up the place. Why? Because I see somebody tonight that should be having my baby. I just want them to have my baby so I can leave a mark somewhere. I just want to leave a mark somewhere. And a lot of you niggas do not deserve to leave a mark anywhere. And that's the gag. That's the gag. And that's why the marriage, monogamy, all of that serves men. And then when you start getting married for love, that opens your pool up to a group of men that should not have connections to you or be in community with you or in proximity to you. Do you understand what I'm saying? So do you see how, because if you weren't so sold on monogamy, you would understand that only a certain group of men should have access to women. And if that man has great genes, smart, all of that, he can reproduce with multiple women. But y'all been sold on monogamy. Let him reproduce with the women who he has good genes, and then send him out. Go away. And we'll raise the children because we're doing it anyway. We're doing it anyway. That's how it's always been. But when they open the market, the marriage market, and say, oh, you should get married for love, that gives the average nigga access to you. The average nigga. Because now they all think that they deserve a woman just because they exist. Nigga, you are not worthy to reproduce. You are unworthy. But a lot of this idea that every woman wants a man, so they believe that I'm the man she wants, and you ain't shit. You weren't shit until I made you so. You better act like you know. Yes. Come on, Janae Aiko. Shit. But you have been sold on, okay, monogamy, right? Monogamy. So I need to be with one man at a time. When you're with men who don't deserve to be in proximity to you. If one, what's his name says it all the time, Kevin Samuels. If one man who has the proper makeup, multiple women can have sex with this man and have the babies because he has a good genetic makeup, doesn't mean you need to be in relationship with him. Go away. Now we got your genes. We've duplicated your genes. They seem to be good. You're smart. You're ambitious. Blah, blah, blah. We're going to duplicate your genes. You, not you, all these niggas that have access to women because y'all think, okay, I need to be with one man. I need to be monogamous and I'm getting married or getting attached because of love. No. And then he leaves you. And then you're like, oh my God, I'm a baby mama. Okay, but the women have always taken care of the children. That's it. Period. You send the nigga away. Just like in The Great Cosmic Mother, they talk about the queen bee. They produce 5 male drones on purpose for the purpose of mating. 5. He mates with the queen bee. When he's done, the daughters, the infertile daughters of the queen bee destroy the 5 drones. Your purpose is done. Goodbye. Death. These niggas just leave. And then you are, because even it's like historical. You believe that you need this man next to you when throughout generations, women have been raising children on their own with other groups of women. Monogamy cuts you off from other groups of women, especially if they're single. You're with a man and it's just you two. It's just you two. Oh, and then I could only be friends with other people who are in relationships. And then the man leaves you like, oh my God, I don't have any friends. I don't have a community of women to help me raise my children. It's all in The Great Cosmic Mother. Women raising children and only procreating with one male because he has the genes that we want. When we done with you, goodbye. Y'all in the courts fighting for, oh, you need to support the child. Girl, get you a group of women, get you a community of women, and raise your children with that community of women. The niggas have never been around. They make it seem like, oh my God, you're unworthy, you're this and you're that because you're a single mother. Baby, single mothers have existed for generations. Don't let them make you feel a certain way because you're raising a child on your own when generations of women have done it. Girl, wait till I read the rest of these things of the other men who should not date. Don't let these people, send the men away. Some men don't deserve, but the key is some men do not deserve duplication. Like the one that I feel like did it right, the quote unquote single baby mama, and you a single baby mama, Erykah Badu. When you think about her children's fathers, I think she chose those people specifically to have children with because of their minds. Jay Electronica, Andre 3000, DOC, how many children does she have? You think of people, when you think of people who to have children, Jay Electronica is super smart. I'm going to call him Gemini. Andre 3000, super smart musically. DOC, super smart musically. Creative. That creative energy. Those are those people, creative energy is female energy. So when you reproduce with a man who has that energy, he's balanced in that energy, you might want to procreate with him. These hyper masculine goons out here telling you how to pimp, teaching you basically how to pimp. I'm serious. Do you think I'm playing? Name brand licorice. Flo's girls say he's sweet like licorice. So get with it's easy. Girlfriend, here's a pen. Call me around 10. Yes, here's a pen, right? We used to write down phone numbers. That's so crazy. What's your number, honey? Let me write it down. Let me find a napkin. You have a pen? You have a pen? You have a pen so I can get his number? Okay, listen. Okay, listen to me. Okay, we said men with toddlers or younger, men that live with their mama, men that live with their baby mama, DL men, men that don't have a valid driver's license, men that bank with Cashapp, men that sag their pants, men that don't take care of their kids, men that disrespect women, men who don't own a suit, men that live in motels, men that want to hold a couple dollars till they get paid, men whose clothes are in the tub. What? Men that can't log into anything without help, girl. Men that cannot tell the men that gotta tell their mama everything. Men that work in a FedEx hub. Men that work for a temporary service. Truck drivers. Them Grand Rising men. Them WYD men. Men with multiple kids and baby mamas. Men that bash women on social media. Men that have to load their car to add money to it. Men that don't keep their locks up. Men that hairline is gone, but they keep holding on. Men that always talk about what they used to have. Married men, men without transportation, and men who are Cowboys fans. Do not date those men. They should not be dating. I love it. Let's read some of the comments. It has 40,000 likes. Let's read some of the comments. Somebody said, men with fake Ferragamo belts. Girl. Truck drivers, seriously, they make a good living. Yeah, and they fucking in every town they in, girl. Men over 35 that are attracted to 20 years old, right? Y'all the ones choosing these men, girl. This doesn't fall all of y'all cause. I have a sister and a mom that are successful, but what are most of y'all bringing to the table? Shut up. Police officers. Missing from the list are those men who still teenagers in their minds and those who are not emotionally unavailable. A man with toddlers or younger could be widowed or single, unfortunately, due to black maternal mortality or for other reasons. And an honest and good man that works at FedEx. Men who don't have passports. Men who can't get global entry. Men on the sex offenders list. Men who hate their mothers and or the mother of their children. Girl. Married men need to be number one. What's y'all issue with truck drivers? Because they fuck in every city they go to, sweetheart. I mean, that should be like a understanding. Personal trainers, strippers, black men that have dated white women for what they can do for them. Men with no passport, men that own child support, men that are always trying to come to your house. When you think about all the men that falls under this, when I tell you how that dwindles the pool down of men, it does. This is a good list, though. Men who refer to women as females, and men who stand with their feet in T formation and a sock in the palm of their hand, girl. They forgot the ones that can't spell. Some person said, List of single women who shouldn't date. Pregnant women, women who are still in love with their ex, women who say, I don't need a man for nothing. Girl, why do y'all feel the need to be needed? Just make yourself useful. Why does somebody have to need you? That shit is fucking weird, yo. It really is weird when you think about it. Why do I need you in order for me to feel like the person that I was already born to be? Why do I need you to behave a certain way in order for me to feel like a woman? I need you to make me feel like a woman. You make me feel. That's what's wrong. The songs. You make me feel like a natural woman. If you're a natural woman, you don't need nobody to make you feel like a natural woman. Girl, you don't need nobody to validate your existence as a natural woman. You don't need anybody. A man does not, the codependency, and it's like a codependent relationship that men have with women in order for women have to, it's a controlling thing. So I'm codependent. I'm controlling your behavior because your behavior makes me feel a certain way. But then also this woman has the ability to quote unquote emasculate you as well. So who's the fucking leader? If your emotions and your identity can be manipulated by a woman's behavior, then who the fuck are you? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Why do you need a woman to behave a certain way? Why does a woman have to need you? Why can't a woman just want you around because you make yourself useful, you are kind-hearted, you are attuned, you are balanced? Why can't you just be who you are and then the woman be who she is without you needing her to be a certain way for you to feel a certain way? Girl, I'm about to insert the crying man. Get ready. That shit is crazy. I think it's crazy for you to depend on a person's behavior in order for you to feel needed or feel a certain way. It's psychotic. It's psychotic. You don't need a man you don't need to be with a man to validate your existence. You don't need to be with a man to make you feel like a woman. If you don't feel like a woman, you need a man to make you feel like a woman. You need a woman to make you feel like a man. Y'all need to go sit down with a therapist and say, I feel like I need a man in my life to make me feel like a woman. Go talk to your therapist about that. I'm sure they would love to unpack that. Because that shit is crazy as hell. I need to be with a man to make me feel like a woman. I need a woman to act a certain way to make me feel like a man. Listen to TD Jakes. Listen. Where was that one where he was talking about men needing women? You don't, what's his name? TD Snakes. That's the one where he was telling everybody. Oh, here it is. Here it is.
If Adam had not allowed Eve to pour into him, sin would have never come into the world. Sin came into the world because Adam broke the order. We were not designed to receive from women. Your self-esteem is compromised when you have to ask your wife for lunch money. I'm not saying you got to be rich. I'm not saying you got to be famous. I'm saying that you have got to be the one who pours in, not the one who takes out. When Adam started eating out of his wife's hand, sin came in because the divine order was broken. This breaks all sociological order of the culture we're living in now. Because we're raising up women to be men. And you are not applauded for your femininity. You are applauded in the contemporary society by how tough, rough, nasty, mean, aggressive, hateful,
Listen to all the adjectives he uses to explain masculinity. Listen very closely, right?
You are applauded in the contemporary society by how tough, rough, nasty, mean, aggressive, hateful, possessive you are, and you're climbing the corporate ladder, but we are losing our families.
Your families are lost. This mythical old black love, black family, that shit really is not like for real. It's not real. Like people being happy in their marriages, that's wonderful and great. But this idea that they feed to women in churches and shit like that, black love, black family, all of this stuff, when black men have for generations not been in the home, we're losing this. It's lost. It's a part of your culture. Single motherhood is part of American culture. It's not something that is so far out of the stratosphere to understand. It's been like this. But listen,
I know you can buy your own car. I know you can buy your own house. But until you create a need that I can pour into, I have.
until you create a need for him to pour into. Why do I need you? Why can't you just be here because you're nice to have around? Why does anyone need you? And why do you feel the need to feel needed? And why do you get upset when a person tells you, I don't need you? I want you around because you're nice to have around. But if you're going to be this disagreeable, ornery, grumpy ass man all the time, I don't need that. I don't need that. Definitely don't need that. Listen.
No place in your life. So stop coming home by your own car. I know you can buy your own house, but until you create a need that I can pour into, I have no place in your life. So stop coming home bragging to me about how much you don't need me and wonder why I shy away. Oh, y'all ain't gonna talk back to me this morning. The conversation has become, let's prove to the men how dispensable they are. And it is born out of pain because we hurt you and betrayed you and lied to you and cheated to you. And you became like you became out of pain.
Out of necessity and adaptability.
Oh, Lord.
Girl.
I told you they weren't going to like this, Jesus.
TD Snakes. Until you create a need for him to pour into. I don't need to create anything. Make yourself useful around here. Be nice to have around. Stop being so disagreeable. Stop thinking everything is a goddamn debate or argument for you to win. Stop it. When you're not nice to have around, you're not a necessity. What are you doing? Extracting? Are you extracting a need for you to pour into? No, what you really want to do from her is extract. Extract. Why do you get so up in arms when a person tells you they don't need you? Why do you feel the need to be needed? Why? Ask your therapist that. Tell her, I'm a person who I want to feel like somebody needs me. Girl, what? No, we're not doing that. Somebody said he's 30 years too late with this message. The damage has been done. Is it damage? Is it really damage? Because when you talk to the people who are in two-parent homes with a unemotional father, an emotionally absent father, emotionally unintelligent mother, how many children do you know who were raised up in a home? Father never told them they loved them. Father never gave them any affection. Because you see your usefulness as someone all you're here to do is provide. Nothing else. You don't do nothing else. You're just a fucking NPC, and all you do is provide. After that, you don't know what to do until you're told what to do. But we still call you the head of household and the leader just because you have a penis. That shit is dead. It's dead. It's dead. And until we get a majority of women who don't see single motherhood as a stain, as a as a malfunction, as something wrong with you, when a lot of these mothers really don't want to be around the father, really can't stand to be around the father, do not want to live in the same household as the father. I choose single motherhood, but that doesn't negate your responsibility as a father to the children. I have nothing to do with that. I'm going to raise my children. How many single mothers have raised children to become super successful people? Come on, y'all. This is something that's generational. And for you to sit around and think that you're just a baby mom or you're just a woman with children, you're not going to tell a woman with children that she's just a woman with children. Girl, what? And therefore you're somehow a stain or the bane of the community. Somehow it's you that's responsible when you have made a choice to say, hey, I don't want to raise my children in a home with a man who is not even there for them or for me. A man who's always argumentative. A man who wants to disagree with every fucking thing you say. A man who undermines you. A man who doesn't see you. I would rather my children grow up seeing me happy and fulfilled in my singleness than be tore down because another person is there. I'm just saying. I look forward to the day where women understand that being a mother with children and the man not be around, that's not a stain on you. It should be a stain on him that he's not around his children, not around you. They say single mother because it connects you to a man. You're single. You're not coupled. There's no man around. And because there's no man around, somehow, some way, something is wrong with you. When you have made a very conscious, well-intended choice to not have him around because he's very harmful. Choose better. Okay, fine. When I decide to choose again, I'm going to choose better, and that person is going to be me because I prioritize what I need to be successful. I prioritize my needs. I don't need him. You better be nice to be around because a lot of these men are not useful to have around. They're mud on the wings. They're a brick tied to your fucking ankle. Stop playing with me. But y'all been sold some goddamn fantasy that you need to be connected to a motherfucker who should only be around to procreate with, and then you send his ass on his way and you raise your children with other communities of women. We got to get women out of the mindset that something is wrong with them for raising their children, for choosing to raise their children on their own. The majority of men that have children should not have children. Your pedigree, or whatever you want to call it, your bloodline, it ain't worthy. Sorry. You do not deserve duplication, my friend. And then you have the nerve to call your sperm seed when it's actually manure. It is actually a fertilizer. When they say the sperm fertilizes the egg, when have ever you seen a seed fertilize something else? A seed is a seed. A seed is a seed in soil. It's already there. You add the manure to fertilize. Come on. Come the fuck on. And y'all be listening to all these fables and stories in these books and taking them as real stories. Come on. Anyways, I gotta go. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Get down in the comments. Let me know what you think. Girl, that list, when you read that list, a lot of these men are unworthy. They're not worthy. And they think because they exist that they are entitled to a woman. Girl, it's a mess. Anyway, take care of each other. Protect your energy and center yourself. Put your oxygen mask on first. Period. Take care of each other.